Wait. Oh, there we are.
Hello, this is George.
And Bonnie.
This is Adonai's Sanctuary Truth Classroom. Have you ever really thought about that? What truth have we even found? Like, what? This morning about 1:30 I was thinking, what truth has, we call this the Sanctuary of Truth Classroom. Have you ever heard that the Hebrews wrote the Old Testament? Of course you have. But have you ever heard the truth about what God told Moses what his real name is? Adonai. That's interesting. And it's truth we found in the classroom. Mm-hmm. We found out that Yeshua was his real name, the Messiah's real name. He wasn't called that J word or any other word. Isn't that interesting? How truth comes out and the statement we've made fits right in with that. Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Amen. What a way I think. I was up so early this morning. I don't know where that comes from, but all right. Chapter 13 of Judges. My sweetie's going to read verse 1.
Here we go again. The people of Israel did what was evil in Adonai, from Adonai's perspective, and Adonai handed them over to the Philistines for 40 years.
Isn't this it's so interesting that the Hebrews turned away from Adonai again by doing evil in his viewpoint, Adonai's viewpoint. So Adonai let their evil be their guide, and the Philistines became their rulers for 40 long years. Now I said turned away from Adonai again because unless you've missed the last year of us talking, it's like coming in on the waves. Just goes up and down. But think about it. You know, everybody looks at that in the Old Testament and they say, well, the Tanakh proves that they never followed God the way they should have. How many people on the earth today follow God the way we should? So we are, you might say, going like this all the time. And society hasn't changed.
No. Nope. So true.
Out of the tribe of Dan came one descendant with a great calling to rescue Israel from the Philistines. His mother heard she heard a few stipulations on what she was to do. Read 2 through 5, please.
There was a man from Thora in the family of Dan, whose name was Manoach. His wife was barren, childless. The angel of Adonai appeared to the woman and said to her, "Listen, you are barren, you haven't had a child, but you will conceive and bear a son. Now therefore be careful not to drink any wine or other intoxicating liquor, and don't eat anything unclean. For indeed you will conceive and bear a son. No razor is to touch his head, because because the child will be a Nazir from God from the womb. Moreover, he will begin to rescue Israel from the power of the Philistines."
Now my sweetie's going to go to Isaiah, or Yesayahu.
I'm glad you can say that.
11, 1 through 5.
454. Sorry, that's our page. Hold on a sec. They can't see that, but we can. Isaiah 4:11, 1 through 5. But a branch will emerge from the trunk of Yoshi. You said what that was. A shoot will grow from his roots. The spirit of Adonai will rest on him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and power, the spirit of knowledge and fearing Adonai. He will be inspired by fearing Adonai. He will not judge by what his eyes see, or decide by what his ears hear. But he will judge the impoverished justly. He will decide fairly for the humble of the land. He will strike the land with a rod from his mouth and slay the wicked with a breath from his lips. Justice will be the belt around his waist, faithfulness the sash around his hips. I almost kept reading. It was good.
A shoot will grow from the roots, not from the tree, but from that stump of a fallen tree. Now that's interesting. He will be inspired by the fear of Adonai. Now, if you really stop and think about that, he would be inspired by the fear of Adonai. Think about this. How many priests today should be fearing Adonai for not telling Adonai's truth? There should be a whole lot of them.
Yes.
Go to Acts 24, verse 5, dear.
24:5. We have found this man a pest. I like that one. He is an agitator among all the Jews throughout the world and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarene. I think that's Nazarites.
Yes. Now,
Verse 5.
who could they be talking about? He was a ringleader. And it was in Acts. So even Shaul or Paul was stated to be the ringleader of a sect of Nazarites from the Nazarene people who were called, what were they called at first? The Way. That was just a little extra credit.
Extra credit.
I get extra credit for that, George. Okay, back to 13:2-5. But she went to, here's what it says. But she wasn't to drink wine or other intoxicated liquor because she couldn't eat she couldn't eat anything unclean. Then she told her husband about the man of God. Read 6 and 7, please.
The woman came and told her husband. She said, "A man of God came to me. His face was fearsome, like that of an angel of God. I didn't ask him where he came from, and he didn't tell me his name. But he said to me, 'Listen, you will conceive,'" on the other page, "'and bear a son. So now don't drink any wine or other intoxicating liquor, and don't eat anything unclean, because the child will be a Nazir for God from the womb until the day he dies."
That repeats she told her husband what was repeated, and this is repeating what went through 2-5, right?
Yes.
All right, read 8. Her husband's really excited.
Then Manoach prayed to Adonai, "Please, Adonai, let the man of God you sent come again to us and teach us what we should do for the child who will be born."
The husband, Manoach, said, "Please, Adonai, tell us what to do again." And he does, but, read 9.
God paid attention to what Manoach said, and the angel of God came again to the woman as she sat in the field. But her husband, Manoach, wasn't with her.
She's in the field, and the angel of Adonai comes back to her. Oh, no! Where's her husband? woman.
He not to her.
And the angel's here again. Read 10 and 11, please.
The woman hurried and ran to tell her husband, "Here, that man, the one who came to me the other day, he's here, he's come again." Manoah got up, followed his wife, went to the man and said, "Are you the man who spoke to the woman?" He answered, "I am."
Now that puts a little doubt what the husband believes about the wife saying. He says, "Are you really that angel from Adonai?" And the angel says, "I am." Okay, if that's true, what's our guidelines? So Adonai's angel says, well, read 12 and 13.
Noach asked, "Now, when what you said comes true, what are the guidelines for raising the child? What should be done for him?" The angel of Adonai said to Manoah, "The woman should take care to do everything I said to her." 12 and 13. Right?
She is to do everything I already told her.
Duh.
Duh. I like that.
Duh.
Here's what the angel says to her husband. Read 14.
She shouldn't eat anything that comes from a grapevine. She shouldn't drink wine or other intoxicating liquor, and she shouldn't eat anything unclean. She should do everything I ordered her to do.
He repeats.
Here we go.
No grapevine product, no drinking wine or other fermented liquor, and she is not to eat anything that is unclean. No, I'm telling you that too. In other words, do everything I already told her, even though you didn't believe her. That's what I put in there. The angel of Adonai more or less says, "I already told her," but you don't believe what she said. Isn't that what you get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Verse 15 kind of shows skepticism on his part. Does he really believe that this is an angel? Read 15, please.
Manoach said to the angel of Adonai, "Please stay with us a bit longer, so that we can cook a young goat for you."
Here he's talking to an angel. And he says, "Stay here, we'll prepare a young goat for you to eat." But, I read 16.
The angel of Adonai said to Manoach, "Even if I do stay, I won't eat your food. And if you prepare a burnt offering, you must offer it to Adonai." For Manoach did not know that he was the angel of Adonai.
Think about it.
What do you think it was?
I don't know if he was just being kind or what, or just had skepticism. But what would you say, George, if an angel came to you and you wanted to show him a little honor and say, "Stay here, I'll go prepare a meal"? That isn't something bad, but it also shows that you don't think he's really an angel.
I'll cook a possum.
Yeah. Only in Kentucky.
Oh, well, being from Kentucky, George just stated he'd cook 'em possum. And the angel would say, "I won't eat that food. I won't eat your food," is what he says. "Offer a burnt offering to Adonai, not me. Don't worship me." Now, wait a minute. He says, "Offer a burnt offering to Adonai, not me." In other words, don't worship me. I'm only his representative. How many priests today stand in their $1 million palaces and want to be worshipped? "I won't eat your food. Offer a burnt offering to Adonai, not me." Now that is, when that hit me, how he was making sure he wasn't being worshipped.
Mm-hmm.
Now this next part is interesting, where that was. Read 17 and 18, please.
Manoach said to the angel of Adonai, "Tell us your name, so that when your words come true, we can honor you." The angel of Adonai answered him, "Why are you asking about my name? It is wonderful.
It is wonderful.
That's what it says.
Why do you ask me my name? Is that the important thing for you? Here he's talking, an angel of Adonai is talking to, well, the wife, and then to the husband, and he says, tell me your name. And he asks, the angel says, why do you ask me my name? We looked that up in 8 different Bibles. And here's what some of them said. This one, it is wonderful. It's a secret, one of them said, which is mysterious. It's a name of wonder. What do you mean by that? Look, here is some food. What do you mean by that? Look, here is some food prepared on a rock to Adonai. Read 19 and 20, please.
Noah took the kid and the grain offering and offered them on the rock to Adonai. Then with Manoach and his wife looking on, the angel did something wonderful. As the flame went up toward the sky from the altar, the angel of Adonai went up in the flame from the altar. When Manoach and his wife saw it, they fell to the ground on their faces.
Manoach, now I believe the wife got the hint that it was an angel of Adonai. And if you really study it, I don't think Manoach, or however you want to pronounce it, Manoach never really got the drift that he was past that inquisitive part. Do you think, George?
They didn't believe.
And then it says, the angel actually went up in the flames from the altar, and those two fell to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. He finally believed who the angel was. Now what's going to happen to us? Read 21.
But the angel of Adonai did not appear again to Manoach or his wife. Then Manoach realized it had been an angel of Adonai.
Her husband, Manoach, realized that guy was really an angel.
Duh.
Then states, well, now what do we do? Read 22, please.
Manoach said to his wife, we will surely die because we have seen God.
Oh, no. The rumor has it,
However, has it?
if you see God, but it's an angel of God. And he states, we're going to die. I like what 23 says. If you really think about what it says. Read 23, please.
But his wife said to him, if Adonai had wanted to kill us, he wouldn't have accepted the burnt offering and the grain offering from us. He wouldn't have shown us all this and told us such things at this time.
Now, I
He would have
realize
dropped him dead.
I put my own words in here, but what she said is, smarten up, hubby. If we were going to die, wouldn't we be dead already?
Yeah, he saw him twice.
Yeah, she saw him twice. Yeah.
It's like,
Read 24, please.
the woman bore a son and called him Shimshon, or as everybody knows him,
Samson.
Samson. The child grew and Adonai blessed him.
I like that last little part of that verse. The child was born and his name was Shimshon, or Samson. And Adonai blessed him right off the bat. Interesting.
Wow.
Read 25, please.
The spirit of Adonai began to stir him when he was at the camp of Dan between Tezorah and Estola. That's the last 2 words. I'm sure I messed them up, but that's okay.
Think about that writing. Having Adonai's spirit working in special ways to him. Now, I know that people look at things and go, well, I know Adonai, or I'm sorry, I know God, or they use the J word, is with us. It says he worked special ways to Samson or Shimshon. How about you? Would you be would you be so spiritual that you would only do, want, and use that special spiritual guidance and power when you were stirred by Adonai, or would you allow the power to overtake you? That is an easy question to just say off the top of your head. But with a huge backfire of ego. And I think that's what, well, most, I wouldn't say all, but most priests, they get the big shots. Get to be a big shot, then what? It goes to their head, their ego. Take a look at history, at the huge number of those preaching right now, how they could have started looking for truth, then let ego and power take control. Now think about this. Be careful. Don't point fingers unless you have been one of the called. And you don't turn from Yeshua and Adonai to any man-made imitation.
Amen.
Like this beginning always says, Adonai Sanctuary Truth Classroom. In all reality, we're not teachers. We're not that smart. We're not leaders. We're not that powerful. And we're not priests. That's for sure. But we like to find the truth, what Adonai wants us to find. Now, whether you agree with it or not, I could care less. I know that a lot of people say, oh, you should have a big following if Adonai, if God is really with you. Well, not really. I heard of a guy named Yeshua. He only had 12 guys running around with him. He had big crowds every once in a while. But he only had 12 real close friends. Interesting. That we have what you call so-called denominational churches. We have thousands and thousands of people come in to listen to the J word, which I hate to tell you people this. I tell you that all the time, but I hate to tell you this. He was never called that. Not one time when he walked here. He couldn't have. English language didn't come until 800 years after he was here.
Bingo.
So people, I hope you're studying for truth, not with the brainwashing of society, because you're not going to get anywhere with that brainwashing. Have a great night. And it's cold down here. It's 40 degrees right now. And guess what? It's going to get colder. You have a great week. Let Adonai guide you. I'm not your guide. We're not your guide. We're three people who sit at the table and study, talk, and let Adonai talk to us in the sanctuary.
Amen.
You have a great week. Goodbye.